What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at 90 rated Mukiele. He is the 90 rated right back and he is French from Leipzig. We got a card, if you can cast your minds back, way back in the beginning in Rule Breakers, and it was the Objective 84. Honestly, he's been sitting in my club for a long time because once we got him, it just seems that fullbacks just came left, right and centre. We got Bellerin straight after. We've had Zambrotta for the time that I don't even know where it's gone, and then also we have now Lam, plus many other specials that have come into the club. Dest, you've obviously got Navas, Moment, Team of the Year Moments. Now you've got all of these right backs and Team of the Year, Team of the Season. It's just incredible. We've got early crosser on his traits. He is 6'2", so I could imagine I'm gonna see this card as a centre back before too long, to be honest with you. Personally, he looks absolutely class. He genuinely looks a fantastic card. The pace is brilliant. Obviously, you've got the composure, which is nice. Defensively is phenomenal. There is two different chem styles that you could go for depending on what you want. You could go with the anchor, which obviously would give you 97 pace, 93 defending, and 95 physical. Or you could go with the sentinel. Because his pace is already 94, you could go 95 defending and 94 physical. So it would depend on what you personally want. I'm leaning towards personally going for the anchor, just because even though you may lose out on a bit of defensive awareness, like it goes from 86 to 91 depending on which chemistry style you go for. Obviously the sentinel is getting that defense up that little bit more. I feel like the pace is going to be very important, and already having, when you put the anchor on, 93 defending and 95 physical, I don't think I could complain about that. I feel like that is a very nice kind of unit for him, and honestly he works really well. His agility balance is quite nice, his reactions, ball control, dribbling is good. Like I said, the composure is fantastic, great sprint speed, and acceleration's already at 90, which again is fantastic. The only thing that the anchor would benefit more on is the fact that you have only got 90 acceleration, but you'd only get that +1 on the sprint speed. So I can see why a lot of people would go with the sentinel instead. It kind of gives you the max benefit for a chem style. So it is up to you. I'm going to go with anchor to start with and just see if I can notice any difference. If it is kind of just the same, I've kind of used him once without any chem styles, and then we will try him again with that sentinel. So let's jump straight into him and see what he can do. Over to Mukiele. Great strength battle. We find down the wing. Is he on side? I think he has. It's a great pass. It's a great tackle from Yuri. Can we get it back? The one thing that Mukiele will have over a lot of the right backs is literally the pure size and strength of him will really kind of put him forward. Mukiele is watching both of them. He's got Suarez and pushed him forward. Carlos Alberto comes to the rescue at the very least. So one thing, defenders are only as good as the ones that are using him, to be honest. Mukiele again. And let's get him little 1-2s with Maradona. We see him down the line. He's making that run. Can we get it into him? Oh, I wanted that one last touch to him. Mukiele, I don't know if that was actually meant to be a foul or not, but he does manage to get it out himself. I feel like that would have been a foul on the edge of the box, but no advantage was played, so I'm assuming it was a good tackle technically. Mukiele, oh, nearly gets in front of him. That would have been a very lovely little interception if he managed. Over to Mukiele. He's going to deal with all of them. He is a big unit. I really think that instead of right back, a lot of people are going to go centre back with him, which is fine to some extent. But imagine if you've got Wan-Bissaka, Mukiele as your two centre backs. There's not a lot of people that are going to be faster, to be honest. But I feel like that will potentially stop once we get some serious contenders for Team of the Season centre backs. That will come obviously during the major leagues and even some minor, to be honest. Look at that. Great play already. He's pushing forward, going for a very attacking fullback there. We do see a lot of them at the moment, and I think the best thing what Team of the Season will do... Oh, no, that was meant to be a shot. What happened? What a Team of the Season will do is they'll make them even more powerful going down that wing, just for the sheer pace, defending, dribbling, passing. You're going to get a very strong right back that's going to really be able to do some damage, and left back, obviously, as well, as we find it into him again. He's going to see it across. This time we're going to go and try for the cross. Whip that ball in. That's a cracking ball. Look at that. Absolutely destroyed in the middle there. Mukiele. I think the one thing with him as well is the fact that he's a French right back that really can do damage. The French nation is genuinely going to have one of the best team of the seasons we can see. Obviously, still Mbappe. Obviously, Ben. I don't even know if Ben Yedder's going to get one this year, to be honest. But you've got so many, and especially if you do get a team of the season, Varane again. He was just next level last year. It was like this next level player as well back in the rule breaker days, when obviously he was, I think he was actually the first free card. That's a cracking ball from Maradona. Do we see him? Can we get the little dink? I was thinking just a little one, but didn't quite play out how I wanted it. Mukiele. Oh, that's the inside. It's got to watch that one. As he brings more players forward, we've got to be more careful with how we do use Mukiele. He's always there. He's got really nice kind of like ball control, on the ball kind of ability. Is very, very nice, especially for such a big lad. At 6'2", normally you expect them not necessarily to be stiff, but not as agile as obviously a dribbler. That just makes sense in my head, but very, very nice on the ball ability. Mukiele out. Go with that big ball into Maradona. Look at that. That's an exquisite ball. Maradona just getting the touch. Does manage to win the battle with Yuri. We find it through. Going to turn Ramos like a kipper. Oh, that's poor. I wanted it set up just for his left foot to finesse. 1-2 with Mukiele. Oh, he's going to absolutely rip him open. We're going to find the 1-2. Oh, he's going to find space in that area. Mukiele. Oh, it's a great tackle from... Is it a great tackle from Ramos? Probably not then. Mukiele is not standing for that. Orzabal trying to get a ball. Is going to try and... Oh, I thought he was going to go for Yuri there. Mukiele with a great challenge again. Going to find Gervinho down a wing. We've swapped out Maradona to get some more stamina in the players. Can we get this chip? Little chip over the keeper, and Mane has buried it over the bar. Valverde again. I find it way out wide into Mukiele. It's a great ball. What can we find? Ooh, Puyol standing in the way, but a lovely little cross. So going into the overall for Mukiele, what a player he is. As a right back, he is absolutely phenomenal. 250k for him. Whether I think that's too much or not, I think it's irrelevant. In terms of a player, he is brilliant. A very, very good player. I would suggest that he probably is more of a centre back than a right back, personally, in my opinion. Which I already know that he's going to be absolutely phenomenal there, and I'm going to see a lot of people playing him there, to be honest. We already have Bender, Mbabu, Lema, obviously another Mukiele who was free, Pavard, who are all right backs in their own merit in terms of the Bundesliga. And then obviously, if we are looking in terms of players just in general, we do have a lot of them. We have, let's have a look from price range. Obviously, you've got Carlos Alberto, obviously a big one. Zambrotta moments. You've obviously got Carlos Alberto Prime, Team of the Year Trent, Prime Lam, Wan-Bissaka himself, who is absolutely unreal. Again, but he is definitely a centre-back. Like, I would not play that card with not being a centre-back, to be honest. Then you obviously got another Albert. Do we have two Albertos? Oh yeah, Prime and Mid, of course. Zambrotta Mid or Prime, whichever one that is. Reece James, as you get it, there is a lot of players there, and he's coming in quite at a reasonable price in comparison to the rest. Obviously, Tavernier, I think, was one of the best right backs that you could get, but more than likely we'll be seeing him in Team of the Season as well later on down the line during Rest of the World, which I believe come with the Ultimate or just before. In terms of chemistry styles, obviously we are looking at that Sentinel. I think for me, that is the one to go for. Does turn him into 95 defend, 94 physicals. Anchor was the other choice. I do think that that +1 is the kind of the catalyst for it for me, is that we have already got 90 acceleration. I'm quite happy with just boosting up that defensive unit. Obviously his dribbling is relatively good. Pretty agile for a 6'2" player as well. He can move the ball quite well. His passing's lovely. His overlapping is fantastic. Obviously, his trait is early crosser, and just an overall very, very nice card to play with. I'm personally going to give him a 9.5 out of 10. Let me know down below what you think about him. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.